Imagine a phone that doesn't just fold once, but twice, and Samsung actually shows you the insane engineering that makes it work. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. That's the surprise here. The Galaxy Z TriFold isn't just another foldable. It's a triple fold flagship that Samsung spent years perfecting, and now we finally get to see how they pulled it off. What makes this such a big deal is simple. Samsung practically invented the mainstream foldable category, but even after 7 generations of Z Fold and Z Flip models, this is their first attempt at a double hinge, triple fold design. And instead of just dropping the product and calling it a day, they opened the doors and released a detailed behind-the-scenes video showing every step of the engineering and testing process. It's rare, it's super technical, and it's honestly one of the most fascinating looks we've ever had at how a foldable phone is actually built. At the center of the whole project is the challenge of making a phone that bends at 2 different points without turning into a durability nightmare. The TriFold follows Huawei's Mate XT from last year, making it the world's second triple foldable, but Samsung clearly wanted to prove it could do it with its own level of precision. The video focuses heavily on robotics, hinge tech, and automated assembling, all the stuff that normally stays hidden in labs. One of the biggest highlights is the durability testing. Samsung says the main display goes through a brutal 200,000 cycle multi-folding test. In normal human terms, that's about 100 folds a day for 5 years. And that's just one part of it. They also throw in tons of scenario-based simulations to mimic how people actually use their phones. Quick opens, partial folds, pressure points, repeated stress, basically anything that could expose a weak spot. To handle those stresses, the TriFold uses 2 different Armor Flex hinges, each built specifically for its part of the folding sequence. Because the phone doesn't fold symmetrically, both hinges have their own size and structure, and they're assembled using high-precision automated systems. Samsung even uses specialized display attachment methods and 3D laser scanning to make sure the surface is perfectly aligned when all 3 sections of the screen come together. The result is a 10-inch display that's supposed to feel seamless and cinematic when fully opened. And that attention to detail continues inside the device. High-speed CT scans are used on the flexible printed circuit board, the part that carries signals across the folding sections, to verify that every line and connection matches the design exactly. Only after it passes that check is the panel bonded and prepared for final assembling. This is the kind of accuracy you normally see in medical imaging, not smartphone manufacturing. But it shows how far Samsung has pushed this category. Still, all of this happens in controlled environments. Robots don't drop the phone, toss it into a bag with keys, or open it at weird angles while running to catch a train. That's why the real test will only begin once the TriFold ends up in people's hands. And Samsung seems to know that. For the US launch, expected early next year, every buyer gets a one-time 50% discount on display repairs. That perk alone says a lot. It's generous, but it also quietly acknowledges that early triple foldables might face hiccups no lab can predict. The price still isn't confirmed, but it's safe to assume the TriFold is going to sit at the very top of Samsung's lineup. This isn't a mainstream device. It's a halo product for people who love being on the bleeding edge, the kind of users who want the best tech even before the rest of the world catches up. And the fact that it's launching in the US makes it an even bigger moment. Huawei's Mate XT never had a chance here due to restrictions, and even if you imported one, the software experience wouldn't feel as cohesive as a native Android build designed specifically for this form factor. Samsung doesn't have that obstacle. They can bring triple fold hardware and software optimization together in a way that feels complete from day one. What stands out to me is how much of Samsung's identity is wrapped into this device. It's experimental, it's ambitious, and it's engineered with almost obsessive attention to detail. Yes, it's a marketing video, but it also shows how far foldable tech has come from the creaky, delicate first-generation Fold. Triple fold phones won't be for everyone. They're expensive, bulky, and unapologetically niche, but they also represent the next boundary in mobile design. And if Samsung is willing to show this much of the development process, it means they're confident. The TriFold isn't just a concept brought to life. It's a statement that the foldable category still has room to grow, bend, and now, quite literally, fold again. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video. Take care.